Within 7 days, the lives of two families ended in tragedy as two men by the names of Ricky and Ray decided to go on a robbery spree around Richmond, Virginia, which resulted in the robbery and murder of the Harvey family as well as the Baskerville-Tucker family. Both families believed that robbery was the only motive. That was until they were tied up and then brutally attacked. Join me while we look into the case of Ricky Gray and Ray Dandridge and what led them to commit the 2006 Richmond spree murders. Our story starts on November 5, 2005 with the discovery of a badly beaten 35-year-old Treva Gray who was found in a shallow grave next to Brookside Avenue in Washington, Pennsylvania. Treva was the wife of Ricky Gray, and the two lived together in a house owned by Treva's family. The couple fought constantly, with the arguments becoming more intense after Ricky allowed his nephew Ray to live with them following his release from prison after serving 10 years for armed robbery. The arguments would get so bad that violence would ensue. Following the discovery of Treva's body, the police interviewed Ricky and Ray. They noted that Ricky appeared to have fresh claw marks on his forearm, but ultimately did not consider them suspects in the crime. Washington police believed her death was suspicious but did not follow through with a homicide investigation. Both men moved out of the home and relocated to Arlington, Virginia. While in Arlington, Ricky and Ray needed money and decided that robbery was the way to go. On December 31, 2005, 26-year-old Ryan Carey was attacked by two men in front of his parents' home. He was beaten and stabbed. He sustained stab wounds to his chest, neck, and arms. The attack was so brutal that he spent 2 weeks in a coma and permanently lost the use of his right arm. The following day, on January 1, 2006, the Harvey family were preparing dinner to celebrate the New Year's when Ricky and Ray entered the home. Inside the home was Brian, his wife Kathryn, and their daughter Ruby, who was 4. Brian was the lead singer/guitarist in his band House of Freaks, while Kathryn owned a toy shop called World of Mirth. As Ricky and Ray entered the home, Ricky forced Kathryn Bryan and Ruby into the basement, where they were bound with packing tape, while Ray went searching the house for valuables. At one point, their other daughter, Stella, who was 9, arrived home from a friend's house. Kathryn was unbound so she could receive Stella from upstairs. The mother of Stella's friend had a short exchange with Kathryn, only noting that she looked pale and ashen. Kathryn and Stella were rebound. After searching the home, Ricky cut the throat of all 4 family members. He then grabbed a claw hammer and hit them multiple times in the head. The pair then tipped over an art easel and then poured wine over top of it. They lit the easel on fire in an attempt to destroy the crime scene. The police would be called by neighbors after seeing the fire. When the police arrived, all members of the family were dead, with the cause of death being blunt force trauma for Brian and Kathryn, smoke inhalation as well as blunt force trauma for Stella, and stab wounds for Ruby, one of which punctured her lungs. 2 days later, in Chesterfield, another couple would be robbed by 2 men, but this time there was a girl with them, and her name was Ashley Baskerville. Ashley dated and lived with both Ricky and Ray. The couple stated the girl gained entry to the home pretending she was in need of directions. The men followed and began robbing the home. Ray and Ricky attempted to tie up the couple, but the husband dissuaded the group, stating that he needed to assist his disabled wife. This persuasion almost certainly saved their life. On January 6th, the police received a call from a resident that stated she was concerned for her daughter's friend, Ashley Baskerville. She stated that Ashley had not had contact with her daughter in a few days and that her calls were not being returned. The police arrived at the home that Ashley shared with her mother, Mary Baskerville-Tucker, and her stepfather, Percival Tucker. The house was found ransacked and all 3 members were found bound with duct tape. They had plastic bags wrapped around their heads and secured with duct tape as well. Mary and Percival both had their throats slashed. The 3 had suffocated to death. The following day, Ricky and Ray were arrested. Ray confessed to murdering the Baskerville-Tucker family, and when asked why they killed Ashley, they stated that she was pretending to be a victim so they could rob her parents, but things got out of hand and Ricky got tired of her, so they decided to kill her. Ricky admitted to killing the Harvey family, his wife, and also participating in the attack of Ryan Carey. Ricky was charged with 5 counts of capital murder, killing more than once in a 3-year period, committing more than 1 killing in a single act, killing in commission of a robbery, and 2 charges for killing a child under the age of 14 years old. Ray was charged with 3 counts of capital murder for the Baskerville-Tucker killings. Ricky was put to death January 18, 2017, while Ray is currently incarcerated in the Sussex 2 State Prison. This is 5 Minute Crimes. Be sure to subscribe to get updated on future videos. I've also created a Discord where I am fairly active on, as well as a Patreon where I post updates for current videos, as well as things related to cases that I cannot post on YouTube. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.